starting lineups for the McPherson Bullpup girls tonight. They are 21-1 on the season. They've won 19 games in a row, and win number 20 in a row would get them into the state title game tomorrow against Miege. First off, Hannah Hageman, the 5'9" junior. She is coming into this game averaging 4.7 per, and Hannah has been so good down the stretch. She had a great game the other night with 8 points against Augusta and the team's 62-48 win. Second, Schieferecke, the 5'8" sophomore. For the first time this season, she's averaging 5 points per game or more, and that came after a career-high 12 points against Augusta in the opening round of state on Wednesday night. Third, Riley Hett, the 5'6" junior. She's going to have a big job tonight to guard Tristan Gegg, one of the state's all-time leading scorers, 6.6 points per game, and Riley Hett has been so good the last 3 games. Games of 14-7 at Sub-State and 8 the other night against Augusta. Fourth, Taylor Robertson, the 5'9" senior. 24 points per game, and Taylor Robertson is ready for that breakout game here at the state tournament. Robertson, the Oklahoma commit, the Gatorade Player of the Year. She might have an argument again for that for a second consecutive season, but more to come on that later. And then finally, Mandy Cooks, the 6' senior, 6.4 points per game. Steve Sell, I think Mandy Cooks is a big key tonight. If they can get her going, they're going to have a great chance.
And she is going to have quite a matchup with Justice Brackney inside. Brackney, almost 6 foot like Mandy. She was really impressive with a double-double the other night. We did get the word on Taylor Robertson. She has a deep bone bruise in her hand that she suffered in the game the other night. So it looked like when somebody had thrown her the ball, she was kind of getting it off her fingertips and then into her palm. So she's going to be a little sore, but if she comes out and hits that first shot, we'll know everything's okay.
This activity is being brought to you by KBBE. Its advertisers and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the KSHSAA. Starters for the Labette County Grizzlies, Tristan Gegg, the 5'9" senior. Caitlin Helwig, 5'3" senior. Peyton Smith, the 5'6" junior. Hallie Bevins, 5'11", a junior. And Justice Brackney, a 5'10" junior. Steve Sell, keys to the game, presented by Alliance Agency, Inc. What do you got tonight?
Got to keep Gegg from just going off. Try to contain her. I think if you hold her to 20, you're probably going to win the game.
Let's rock and roll here from the Tony's Pizza Event Center. McPherson, Labette County with a trip to the state championship on the line. The Bullpups in their road reds, they win the opening tip. Mandy Cooks and the Bullpups going to the end to our right. Their bench is directly in front of us. Hannah Hageman, left corner, 3 ball, in and out, as that one will be rebounded by Tristan Gegg. She's also a great rebounder, had 9 the other night in their game, and their win to get here to this game. And now Labette turns it over on their offensive end.
Interesting. Gegg on Robertson. It'll be Taylor will not guard Gegg on their end, but Gegg does start on Taylor. Very quick. Could cause Taylor some problems with her quickness.
Riley Hett back out. Schieferecke feeling good. Lets it go from 3. No good. Rebound underneath by Justice Brackney. She'll be defended by Mandy Cooks for a majority of the night. And now Labette turns it over again. Back-to-back turnovers. Schieferecke comes away with a steal up the floor. Robertson steps into a wide open 3. Swish! Taylor Robertson gets this place going with a knockdown 3 from the left wing. 1 minute in, 3-0 McPherson.
Bone bruise? What bone bruise? That ball was nothing but net.
Tristan Gegg gets her first touch of the game into the left corner, being defended by Riley Hett. And now a hand check will be called on Riley Hett, her first team foul, number 1.
And if they're going to call that, Riley Hett won't be in the game very long because she does like to put her hands out a little bit. Gegg drawing the foul. Gegg is a tremendous free throw shooter, shoots about 90% and gets to the line a lot.
Labette County going to the end to our left, the Grizzlies in their road white uniforms. A 3 ball from the left corner, good by Peyton Smith. Peyton Smith, she finished the night with 5 against Wellington on Wednesday night, a 5'6" junior. And that makes it 3-3. Taylor Robertson with an answer. She's heating up. Back-to-back 3s. 6-3 Bullpups, 6:35 left to go first quarter. Bullpups went quickly to the other end. Now Tristan Gegg drives in. Little 8-foot runner into the lane, and that's good. Tristan Gegg, you can't leave her that wide open. She'll knock it down every time.
Well,
6-5.
She went right by Riley Hett. I think Riley was worried about drawing a foul. And apparently Coach Stradman is worried a little bit about Mandy. He's getting her out already. Maybe Mandy looks like she's laboring quite a bit out there.
Up the floor, Brackney in transition scores for 2. Justice Brackney has scored, Peyton Smith has scored, and Tristan Gegg has scored.
Yeah, Mandy Cooks looks like she is just absolutely out of gas already, so Cassie Cooks is going to come in.
7-6 Labette County, just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bullpups going to the end to our right. Robertson already with 2 3. She's being defended by Tristan Gegg. Robertson steps back, another 3, leaves it short, gets her own miss, and finishes with her left hand. Taylor Robertson with all 8 here early on. 8-7 Bullpups.
Well, we thought it'd be a shootout between Gegg and Robertson. So far, Labette getting some other scoring. Taylor doing all the Bullpup scoring. This may be one of those nights where the Bullpups just say, Taylor, go win us the game, and Gegg gets loose.
Her first shot of the night is a knockdown 3, nothing but net from the left corner. Gegg with 5 points here early on. She averages about 27 per game, and she is a 2,000-point scorer. She'll be playing for the Pitt State Gorillas.
Cooks just walking up the floor. She is just exhausted, so they're going to have to get her out.
They can't get a dead ball yet. Schieferecke draws a double team. Back out to the right wing. Hett thought about a 3, and the Bullpups will reset. 5 minutes left first quarter. Hageman dumps it down low. Mandy with a spin move, left block, and they will call a travel.
Again, Mandy, she just getting in too much of a hurry and shuffle those feet. And, man, she's just, you look at her face, and she's just suffering from such a lack of confidence. You just got to feel for her. She's come back so fast from that Achilles injury. She's just not where she was last year. And, again, you can just see it. They're giving her the roller to rub her, legs down there. And she's really laboring, though. She looks exhausted there.
Tristan Gegg works the pick and roll perfectly with Justice Brackney, but she can't finish at the rim, and they will call a foul against Labette County on the rebound. Brackney with the miss inside the lane. They will call the foul on Justice Brackney, her first, and team foul number 1. 10-8 Labette County, 4:46 left to go first quarter.
And this is a torrid pace so far. Both teams on pace to score about 20 in the quarter.
The Bullpup girls give up an average of 35.5 per game. I don't see that happening tonight. Taylor Robertson left wing already with 8 points. All 8 of McPherson's points. Riley Hett trying to get on the scoreboard. She tries a 3 from the right wing, no good. But Cassie Cooks fights for the offensive rebound, and she is called for a travel.
Yeah, and so far we're getting a little bit too much of a hurry around the basket, and got a couple traveling calls so far.
4:25 left to go here in the opening quarter. Labette County going to the end to our left. They finally get the ball over to Hallie Bevins, who nearly travels, picks it up on the right wing. They go back to Gegg. Throws the pass down low. This one is knocked out of bounds and back to McPherson.
That's one thing we saw the other night. Gegg will throw the ball away. She gets kind of fancy out there and try to make a one-hand pass through it out of bounds.
3 turnovers apiece for these teams. 4:15 left to go first quarter. 10-8 Labette County. The Grizzlies come into this game with a 22-1 record, the number 2 seed in the state of Kansas. In 4A Division I, Emma Ruddle into the game for Riley Hett. She's on the right wing, pumps, back up top, Robertson, deep 3 from the top of the circle. This one misses off the front iron, and a rebound for Justice Brackney underneath for Labette County.
Well, Taylor's, I think, starting to feel a little pressure because none of her teammates are scoring. There's a foul on Cassie Cooks, and again, that's just right over the back. And this was our problem the other night. Our post defense was really struggled. 12 out of 14 for Augusta the other night from their inside 2 post players.
Top of the circle, Caitlin Hellwig finds Gegg. Right corner, left open a 3. This one misses short, and a rebound for Cassie Cooks. A reminder, Tristan Gegg was 1 for 10 from 3 the other night, and you would be hard-pressed to think that'll happen again tonight. Robertson dribbling in, steps through the defense, left hand off the backboard and good. Taylor Robertson with all 10 here early on in this game. It's 10 apiece, 3:25 left to go first quarter.
Labette 10, Taylor 10.
Justice Brackney, top of the circle. Cassie Cooks giving her all sorts of space. They go into the right corner for Hallie Bevins. She's being guarded by Hannah Hageman. Labette going to the end to our left. Cassie Cooks gets her hand on a pass, but knocks it back out to the perimeter. Labette will reset.
Cassie very active inside against Brackney.
Right wing for Peyton Smith, who knocked down a 3 early on in this game. Smith goes back up top, Tristan Gegg. She'll pull the trigger from anywhere. Floater in the lane, gets hit, no foul called, and a rebound for Cassie Cooks on the miss. And now Coach Strathman says slow down the pace.
That was great defense by Emma Ruddle that time. She's come in for Riley Hett, and again, they're going to tag team on Gegg.
Right wing, Emma Ruddle. Passes up top for Hannah Hageman. They'll swing it to the left wing for Taylor Robertson. Left open for a moment. She's being defended by Tristan Gegg. Robertson, step back 3, lets it fly. This one hits off the top of the backboard, won't go.
Oh, man.
And Cassie Cooks just picked up her second on the rebound.
And again, both fouls just coming right over the back. And Taylor is kind of forcing things a little bit. We've got to get some other people to score. Maybe Lakin Schieferecke or Hannah Hageman will get something going here.
Taylor Robertson 4 out of 7 from the field here early on, 2 out of 5 from 3. 10-10 between McPherson and Labette County. Now Tristan Gegg will get her first breather of the night. 2:30 left to go first quarter.
And again, she's bending over like she's having a little breathing problem. So Grace Pyle's going to come into the game. Bullpups need to take advantage with Gegg out. Get some turnovers.
Each team with 3 turnovers in this game so far. Labette County whips a pass into the left corner for Layson Strickland, who just checks into the game for the first time. Turnaround jumper, Faith Hosey in the lane, no good. Hosey gets her own miss, misses the second one too strong, and a rebound underneath by Hannah Hageman. Bullpups grab the board, 2 minutes left first quarter, 10-10. Lakin Schieferecke brings the ball, passes right wing, Hageman, open 3, knocks it down! Hannah Hageman, who knocked down a couple the other night, she hits her 20th of the season, and the Bullpups go up 13-10.
First Bullpup other than Taylor Robertson to score, and Hannah had great rotation on that shot, and generally, if she hits that first one, she always hits her second one.
And Hageman on the season, just above 33% from the three-point line. Allie Bevins, a 5'11 junior, now Hannah Hageman with a steal. She had 5 the other night, and a great athletic one right there. 90 seconds left to go first quarter. Lakin Schieferecke pulls up right elbow and knocks down the J. Lakin Schieferecke with her first basket, and a timeout taken by Labette County. McPherson 15, Labette County 10, 1:26 left to go here in the first quarter. Steve Sell, that's what they needed.
Yeah, 7-0 run just like that. In fact, they've gotten it, really quickly in about just over 2 minutes or a minute and a half there. Gegg back into the game now, but I'll tell you what, when Ruddle was on her, Ruddle was doing a heck of a job.
Yes.
So we may see more of Emma Ruddle tonight than normal because Gegg is so fast. Emma might be, of course, our best athlete, and she may have to play more minutes just for defensive purposes.
Lakin Schieferecke already with 2 assists, now with 2 points after knocking down that jumper. McPherson 15, Labette County 10, 1:26 left to go here in the first quarter. And the Bullpups will send Maggie Leaf, Grace Pyle, Emma Ruddle, Hannah Hageman, and Taylor Robertson onto the floor. Robertson with 10 points here early, Hageman with a 3, and Schieferecke with 2. Tristan Gegg back into the game for the Grizzlies.
And we saw that last night. The Ark City boys in the first half, Kevin Clark had all but 3 of the points for Ark City in the first half in their win over Wamego.
That game will be coming up at 8:15. The McPherson boys in Ark City. Gegg almost travels, goes into the left corner, step back 3, in and out, rebound Taylor Robertson. Robertson on that right block just jumped into the air, pulled down the board. Taylor dribbles in, left to right, gets to the left block, and a foul will be called on Labette County. I think it might be called on Tristan Gegg. 1:07 left in the first quarter, and it will be on Gegg, team foul number 2.
Mandy Cooks back in. Let's hope now Mandy, she just, I don't know if she was just nervous at the start and ran herself out of gas, but she's coming back in. We'll see if she can settle down a little bit. And as long as Emma Ruddle is shutting down Gegg, I keep her in the game.
Cooks. The lob in the lane. Robertson kick out 3. Good! Taylor Robertson, nothing but net. She's got 13. 1 minute left first quarter, 18-10 McPherson.
And we talk about that play where you lob it to Cooks, she kicks it to the corner. If you're scouting the Bullpups, how do you not know they're going to run that play?
Right wing, they get it to Caitlin Hellwig. Labette County needs an answer.
And Ruddle is just inside the jersey of Gegg.
Gegg drives in, kicks out Brackney, thought about a 3 top of the circle. Grace Pyle now defending on Hellwig. They'll get it back down to Brackney. Tight defense. Pyle slides to the 4, keeps it alive, and a timeout taken by McPherson.
How smart was Coach Strathman right there, getting that timeout. Didn't want to burn a possession there. Bullpups now with a chance to go up double digits, and they're going to go for 1 with 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
Great hustle play there by Grace Pyle. 18-10 McPherson with 31.3 left to go here in the first quarter. Steve will keep it here because we know we've got a break coming up here in just a moment. Taylor Robertson, we've talked about those superstar matchups. And so far, it's Taylor Robertson 13 and 5, Tristan Gegg.
Yeah, but I thought a key was when Hageman hit that 3, followed by Schieferecke hitting, that kind of broke the seal for the other Bullpups, and they know they can score. But I'll tell you what, Taylor is off to a fantastic start. And, she could put that Gatorade Player of the Year out of sight with a big state tournament.
31 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. The Bullpups will go to the end to our right. Labette County will pick up McPherson at half court.
And Taylor has scored 13 with Gegg guarding her, so that's what you want to do. You want to make Gegg play defense and tire her out a little bit.
A little slow pace here early on in this one tonight. Bullpups will likely hold for the final shot here. Grace Pyle walks the ball from left to right.
Zone trap for first time Labette's gone to this. You got to go.
Almost get the 10-second call, and it is.
Grace Pyle, again, I don't know what Grace was thinking. She just stood there dribbling the ball, and Coach Stradman not happy at all. Grace, I think, just lost track, and she gets that kind of angry, very angry look on her face. She couldn't believe that was a 10 count.
Now 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Labette County has a shot at the final shot of this quarter. Emma Ruddle, tight defense. Gegg drives in. Great defense, Ruddle. She gets a finger on it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Off of Grace Pyle last, though. So Labette County will get one more opportunity. 6 seconds left in the first quarter.
And this is a huge possession because the Bullpups were going to go for the last shot. Could have been up 10. If Gegg gets a 3 here, they're only down 5. So this could be a 5-point swing if they hit a 3.
Grizzlies inbounding. End to our left. Brackney pull up 15-footer and knocks it down. 1 second left, and that will do it for quarter number 1 here in Salina. At the end of the first 8 minutes, McPherson 18, Labette County 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE. Steve Sell, 96.7 FM KBBE, or online, midkansasonline.com. As we begin quarter number 2, McPherson with an 18-12 lead over the Labette County Grizzlies.
And what a big last, oh my gosh, Gegg from way outside. So what a big last possession that was. McPherson with a chance to go up 10 or 11. They turn it over. Labette comes down and scores 2, so that's a 5-point turnaround.
5 starters back on the floor for McPherson after that Tristan Gegg miss from 3. Mandy Cooks fighting for possession on the floor, but a bad pass there by Riley Hett ends up in a turnover. Tristan Gegg in transition. Crosses over left wing, passes into the left corner. Hallie Bevins. And the Grizzlies will now go over to the right side. Labette going to the bench, or the basket to our left. McPherson bench right in front of us. McPherson fans right behind us. Justice Brackney in the lane, gets held, and they will actually call a hold on Riley Hett, on Hannah Hageman.
Tristan Gegg did not score in the time Emma Ruddle was in the game on her. She had 5 at first, and then when Ruddle came in, just locked her down.
Deep 3 from Labette County there from Caitlin Hellwig. No good. Rebound, Taylor Robertson. Taylor's got 13 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Baseball pass up the floor. Hett in stride. 3 ball leaves it a little short, and a rebound for Tristan Gegg. Here come the Grizzlies running. Tristan Gegg, top of the circle, right wing. Floats the pass into the corner. They get it back to Gegg. There's that in-your-face defense by Riley Hett. Gegg drives in, gets stripped on her way up. Ball knocked out of bounds. Off of McPherson last. Labette has it underneath.
And again, Mandy Cooks just laboring. I don't know if maybe she doesn't feel well, but she's just looks really tired out there.
Labette inbounding on the basket to our left. They get it to Brackney. There's a double team, and Taylor Robertson will be called for a reach. Team foul number 5. And Taylor Robertson picks up her first. The one thing about Taylor Robertson, Steve, is that she never is in serious foul trouble.
No, because she is just so smart, and she knows how to play without fouling.
Labette County goes into the right corner. Taylor Robertson defends Peyton Smith. Brackney and the Grizzlies in their road white uniforms, same color scheme as the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. And I mentioned earlier that that's where Tristan Gegg will be playing her college basketball. The MIAA. And now a foul called on Mandy Cooks underneath. Yeah. They were setting the pass in for Justice Brackney. And now Maggie Leaf's going to have to come get Mandy. She's got 2.
Yeah.
And Cassie Cooks has 2 as well.
And they really were going. I think they saw what I saw. Mandy was just, struggling physically, and they went right at her. And
that's actually just 1 on Mandy Cooks, excuse me. No, they will throw it up there now.
Yeah. So both Cook sisters now at 2. So Maggie Leaf's going to have to play some important minutes. We have almost 6.5 to go in the second quarter, and and Bevan just blew a layup for Labette.
Labette grabs the offensive rebound. Gegg, deep 3, good. Tristan Gegg wide open from about 28 feet and knocks it down. That's her second 3-pointer of the game after making only 1 in the first game against Wellington. That makes it 18-15 McPherson. 6:15 to go in the first half.
Bullpups may have to come back with Emma Ruddle.
Schieferecke, pull up 3 ball right side. It's good. Lakin Schieferecke with a hot hand this week here in Salina. She's got 5. 6:05 left to go first half. McPherson 21, Labette 15.
Well, it's always been there for Lakin. She's just not shot very much, and Riley Hett just got another. I don't think Riley Hett can stay with Gegg right now, and I think we're going to have to see Emma Ruddle. I think that's 2 on Riley. I think you're going to have to see Emma Ruddle. Riley does.
Number 7.
Riley is an incredible defender, but she does get her hands on you every once in a while. And Gegg, you can't put her at the line because she's automatic.
Tristan Gegg knocks down the first of a 1-and-1. She is now 7 out of 7 at the free throw line here at the state tournament this weekend. She had 27, 9, as well as 3 assists against Wellington in the first game. She knocks down both. Tristan Gegg with 10. Taylor Robertson with 13 here early on. Lakin Schieferecke with 5, and Hannah Hageman with 3. 5:55 left to go first half. 21-17 McPherson. They feed it down low. Ruddle with a nice spin move off the backboard. Shot won't go, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2 as Labette County's Caitlin Hellwig picks up her first and team foul, number 3.
And the first 2 free throws of the game for the Bullpups. Labette only with their 3rd foul.
Emma Ruddle steps to the free throw line for a pair here. First one is good.
I said before the game, I thought the player that might really be important for the Bullpups was Emma Ruddle because she is so quick. Gegg is as fast as any guard we'll see all year, except for maybe Johnny Gonzalez.
Hopefully we see Johnny Gonzalez. Second one also good for Emma Ruddle. She converts on both. Lead is back to 6. 5:45 left to go first half. 23 McPherson, 17 Labette County. Lakin Schieferecke, tight defense though. Hellwig, they get the one step on her. Tries then throws up a floater, no good, too strong. Rebound number 5 from Taylor Robertson. She'll bring the ball left to right. Pass the top of the circle, open. Schieferecke, 3-ball in and out. This one will go into the left corner, and a rebound for Tristan Gegg. Boy, is she fast. Passes up the floor for Hellwig, and they'll get it back to Tristan Gegg. Emma Ruddle down with her right hand right in her grill. And now Gegg throws the ball out of bounds on the sideline. Turnover number 6 against Labette.
On that last possession, Lakin Schieferecke was shooting the ball, and all of a sudden it slipped out her hand. She just kind of punched it up toward the basket. Ball was slick. Bullpups up 6 with a chance to go up 8 or 9 with a 3-ball. Taylor Robertson's not even taking a shot yet in this quarter as Gegg is all over it right now.
Right wing Maggie Leaf dumps it down. Emma Ruddle. Ball ricochets around and gets back to Maggie Leaf safely. Robertson wants a screen on the left hip of Tristan Gegg. Robertson works around it, dribbles into the corner, drives the baseline. Taylor floats up a shot. Might have been partially blocked, but a rebound for Labette. And Taylor Robertson picks up foul number 2.
And the official was out of position. The official standing right there did not call it. The official called it from behind, and he missed that one. My goodness.
All right, Steve.
We don't say much about officials very often, but that one got missed.
Taylor Robertson with 2 fouls.
Wow, we have not seen... And Coach Stradman says she's got 2.
They have 1 on the scoreboard, and the front end of the 1-1 is missed by Justice Brackney.
She's got 2.
They've got 1 in the stats as well.
Well, she had 2, but we have Grace Pyle on the bench too, who can come in and fill it up. So
a lot of foul trouble for McPherson here early on. Hannah Hageman instead pulls the trigger from 3, no good. Robertson offensive rebounds, follow-up won't go. Rebound Gegg, she's off to the races. Leading into a 2-on-4, loses her dribble for a moment, and now we'll reset. 4:30 left to go first half. 23-17 McPherson. So Mandy Cooks with 2, Cassie Cooks with 2, Riley Hett with 2, and we're pretty sure Taylor Robertson has 2, even though they have 1 up on the scoreboard. Gegg, deep 3. This one won't get the roll, spins around, touched off a Brackney last, but regathers it in the left corner. Labette County keeps the possession, and a block is called on Maggie Leaf. That is her first, and a 1-1 coming up for Justice Brackney.
And Coach Stradman is really hot because the foul disparity is getting pretty ugly on the scoreboard. That is 9 for the Bullpups. Labette with just 3. And every time it seems like Taylor Robertson goes to the basket, she's getting bumped or held, and so far they're not calling too many Labette's way.
Maybe they called the foul on somebody else when we were talking about Taylor Robertson picking up her first, as Brackney won't get the roll. She misses another front end of the 1-1.
We kind of know who to foul now if the situation arises. Brackney hasn't looked very good on either free throw. Bullpups still up 6, though.
Halfway through the second quarter, 23-17. Back to the top. Hageman pumps, throws it down low. Mandy, spin around to the left block. Back to a wide open Robertson for 3. Off the back iron and a rebound for Tristan Gegg. Here comes Gegg right to left. Trying to run past Emma Ruddle. Off the backboard and good. What a shot by Tristan Gegg. Running in stride and clanks it in.
Well, Taylor
We apologize for the technical difficulty. 3:04 left to go second quarter. McPherson 23, Labette County 19 as Mandy Cooks goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line there. And we're still playing around with some of our technology here. Of course, state tournament starts to go bad. Cooks misses both. Labette County with a rebound, goes to the other end. Tristan Gegg misses the runner, and now the Bullpups will take back over. Under 3 to go in the first half. 23-19 McPherson, and Gegg with a steal. 3-on-2 break for the Grizzlies. Gegg down the right side, misses the first shot. The follow-up is good. Tristan Gegg now with 14 points in the game, and that makes this a 2-point game. 23-21 McPherson.
And Taylor Robertson looks like she's really starting to tire. She's played the whole game, and she's just not getting where she needs to be. She just made a great move there, though.
Left hand spinner in the lane. It's good. She's got 15, and a timeout taken by Labette County. McPherson 25, Grizzlies 21. 2:19 left to go first half. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
2:19 left to go in the second quarter here from Salina, the Tony's Pizza Event Center, as McPherson leads Labette County 25-21. Jim Joyner, Steve Sal. Steve, the Bullpups are still in control here, but Labette County starting to find their rhythm.
Well, Gegg is starting to get free again. It just seems like when Ruddle comes out of the game, that's when Gegg kind of goes to work.
Tristan Gegg on the left wing, so far with 14 points tonight. Gegg drives in, gets the roll, and one. As she took it right to the hoop. We'll see who this foul is called on.
I think they got Sweat.
They got Andrea Sweat for that foul. That's her first, and that will put Labette County into the double bonus. That ties it up 25-25, and Tristan Gegg with an and-one free throw here to take the lead.
Well, this tells you how good a player that Gegg is. Riley Hett is one of the top defenders in 4A Division I, and she is just lighting up Riley Hett right now. And
excuse me, it's 25-24.
Yeah, we may have to go zone at some point.
Taylor Robertson, top of the circle. Bullpups still with a 1-point lead. They get it back to Taylor, right wing. Hesitates, drives the baseline, and a block will be called on Hallie Bevins of Labette County.
And we could hear the Altamont or Parsons screaming, and their radio guy screaming. That's a terrible call, but I don't know how you can say that when she about body checked her out of bounds.
25-24 McPherson, 1:51 left to go in the first half. Bullpups going to the end to our right. Lakin Schieferecke finds an open Taylor Robertson, pulls the trigger from 3, lets it fly right in front of the Labette bench. No good. Mandy Cooks fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called. And back to Labette County. That was almost Mandy Cooks' third foul.
Yeah. Ruddle's coming back in because she's the one that's really been able to shut Gegg down. And I think Riley can't guard her as close because she's got those 2 fouls.
1:38 left to go now in the first half. McPherson with a 1-point lead. Labette County almost double dribbles at half court. They'll get it back to the right wing. Peyton Smith, who knocked down a 3-pointer earlier. She's being defended by Taylor Robertson. They'll float a pass back up to Justice Brackney. Back down low. Faith Hosey spins around. Shot won't go. Another rebound by Taylor Robertson, her 7th. And here come the Bullpups left to right with numbers. Taylor dribbling in down the right side. Passes off right corner. Bullpups swinging around. Sweat fakes on a deep 3. Crossover move. Floater in the lane. Good! Broken ankles on the play. McPherson takes the 3-point lead. 1 minute left. First half.
We haven't seen that move from Andrea Sweat all year, but that shows just what kind of skills she possesses.
A little shake and a little bake. Gegg drives in, floats up a shot. It's good, and one. We'll see who they call this foul on. I believe it will be on Emma Ruddle, but instead it's on Andrea Sweat. So that's her second.
Tristan Gegg, 19. I mean, this is, we're playing a one-girl team right now, and Gegg is just lighting us up.
She now has 20 points in the game. She had 30s when she played McPherson as a sophomore.
Well, she's going to get 40 if we don't do something else because we can't guard her.
27-27. Sweat from downtown. Leaves it a little short. Offensive rebound. Ruddle. Put back good! And one. Emma Ruddle with a follow-up. The offensive rebound and score. Emma Ruddle with a chance at a 3-point play. Foul is called on Caitlin Helwig of Labette County. That's her second.
And there's the athleticism of Emma Ruddle. She saw where the ball was going, tracked it down, sprinted to the spot, got there, and Coach Strathman, he might be a little, say, Andrea, that was about a 28-footer. I know you just broke a girl's ankles with that move, but anyway, what an offensive game this is. Tristan Gegg just all world right now.
Amaretto with a chance at a three-point play. Misses this one off the back iron and a rebound for Gegg. 29 McPherson, 27 Labette County. 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gegg with 20 points and 7 rebounds. Boy, is she a good player.
She's not very big.
She is
that 7 rebounds is pretty unbelievable.
29-27. Tristan Gegg going to work on Amaretto. Falls down. Lakin Schieferecke with a steal. Tight ropes the sideline with 10 seconds. Schieferecke close up a shot. It's good. Off the backboard with 10. Here comes Labette County down by 4. 5 seconds left first half. Robertson almost with a steal. A heave from half court. No good. Follow up for the Grizzlies. A bump is called. And that will send Labette County to the free throw line with zeros on the clock.
And now the officials are going to talk about it.
Foul is going to be called.
It was before the buzzer. I know it was.
Foul on Lakin Schieferecke. That is her first.
And he says there's .3 on the clock, which I don't think is right. I think it came right at the buzzer. How could he call the foul and look up at the clock at the same time? That's pretty. He has great skills, apparently. But that was a foul. That was a legit foul there.
Lakin Schieferecke now is 7 in the game. She just picked up her first foul. 31-27, Labette County to the free throw line for 2. Here with .3 left on the clock.
And this could be 2 really big free throws.
Grizzlies are 4 out of 6 at the stripe tonight. First one is no good by Peyton Smith.
And it'd be huge if she missed. That would be deflating for Labette. The Bullpups in the fight of their lives tonight. We knew this was going to be. We talked about it all day, how good this Labette team is.
Labette gets the roll on the second free throw. Peyton Smith now with 4 points in the game. Taylor from the other three-point line leaves it short, and that will do it for half number 1 here in Salina. Boy, this one has been good. At the end of the first half, McPherson 31, Labette County 28. Steve Sill, this one has lived up to the hype. The Bullpups have matched it on the offensive end, and now they've got to find a way to put together 16 more good minutes.
Yeah, they got off to such a great start. They were up 18-10. And then Gegg just went to work. She went crazy in that second quarter. Let's see, she had 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15 points in the second quarter. We started with Hett on her. She was having trouble. Ruddle came in and did 5 minutes of really good work. But then all of a sudden, it didn't matter who we had on her. We have nobody who can guard Tristan Gegg. Don't be surprised if Coach Stradlin maybe thinks about a little zone or a little box and one, put somebody on Gegg and then play a 4-person zone.
Also, 4 Bullpups with 2 fouls in this game.
Yeah, they have really called it tight, but to me, most of the fouls have been legit.
Yeah,
they really have.
Complaints.
Yeah, I mean, there was only one call that I can remember was not legit. We've just kind of been playing defense with our hands and not moving our feet.
McPherson 31, Labette County 28 at the halftime break here. We will take a 3-minute break and be back on our Prairie Land partners and give some of the halftime stats here from Salina. We're back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
First and second half often goes on to win the game.
Bold take for Steve Sell.
Very bold.
Riley Hett, Lakin Schieferecke, Taylor Robertson, Mandy Cooks, and Hannah Hageman, the 5 on the floor to start for the Bullpups here in half number 2, a 3-point lead. Their red road uniforms with the white numbers, Labette County in their home whites. Taylor Robertson immediately with the ball, driving to the basket to our left. Tight ropes the sideline. Hageman, open 3. Good! She starts out the second half with a bang. Hannah Hageman now with 6, her second trifecta of the game, and the lead is 6.
You know, we have a great look, and boy, that rotation on that ball was tremendous. The Bullpups get burned on the backside and give up an easy basket.
Peyton Smith scores on the right block. She's got 6 points tonight. Lead is back to 4. 7:25 left to go third quarter. 34-30 McPherson. Taylor Robertson on the left wing wants a high screen. Instead, she'll drive to the baseline on Gegg. Robertson, right side, good. Left side as she drives down the baseline. Robertson with the right hand scores. She's got 17.
Yeah, she just ate Gegg up that time. You know, Gegg's such an offensive player, she doesn't pay as much attention to the defense. Taylor's hurt her pretty bad here at times tonight.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. Labette County going to the basket to our right. Tristan Gegg being defended by Riley Hett, who has 2 fouls. Cross-court pass, 3-ball, Peyton Smith, no good. Rebound, Taylor Robertson. That is her 8th board.
And the Bullpups will give up that shot all night long. They want the other Grizzlies to beat them. Gegg's going to get her points, but they want the other Grizzlies to have to score.
Peyton Smith with 6 for Labette and 4 for Justice Brackney. Other than that, no Grizzly has scored. Hannah Hageman, hands off on the right wing for Lakin Schieferecke. Step back, three, good if it goes. Count it! Lakin Schieferecke's got 10. What has happened with Lakin Schieferecke? She is picking it up big time. 12 the other night against Augusta. She's only averaging 5 points per game, and she's got 10 tonight.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, she is really feeling it. There's a Bullpups got away with one, and Gegg misses. And Bullpups with a chance to get on a run now. Taylor is just dominating the glass.
Up the floor, Lakin, left wing, drives in, and she picks up her dribble, and she's called for a travel. 6:05 left to go third quarter. McPherson 39, Labette County 30.
Had a chance to get it double digits. You don't see Lakin Schieferecke turn it over very often. That's the beauty of her as a point guard. She is really very efficient and doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Labette County, after the turnover, will dribble from left to right. 7 turnovers for each team tonight, so far fairly clean. Tristan Gegg into the lane, Brackney back out, 3 ball. Peyton Smith misses off to the left side. Offensive rebound, though, as Hellwig keeps it alive. Smith follows up. Shot is no good, but a foul called on Lakin Schieferecke. That is her second and team foul number 1 here in the second half.
And the Bullpups are kind of laying off the other Grizzlies, daring them to shoot, and they are, and they're not making. Bullpups 8-2 to start this, but the free throw's good right there.
Peyton Smith now with 7 points in this game. Labette County at the 3-point line tonight, 3 out of 12. The Bullpups are 7 out of 20.
That 39-30 lead was the biggest, I believe, of the game until that free throw.
Second one for Smith. Good. So she's got 8. Tristan Gegg so far in the night has 20. I thought she had 22, but they've got her for 20. 5:40 left to go third quarter. 39-32, McPherson with the lead. Robertson, open, shot, top of the circle, good! Taylor Robertson throws up the threes, and she's got 20 points tonight. Robertson with another 3, and for Taylor, that's her 4th made 3 of the game.
And we talk about the 3 ball being the staple. Bullpups have scored 3 baskets from long range this half. They have got to get their big post player involved. She hasn't done much. Great job, Mandy Cooks there.
And a steal for Hannah Hageman. The lead is 10. 5:10 left to go third quarter. And Taylor Robertson will walk the basketball from right to left.
And Coach Stradman orchestrating from the sideline. The Bullpups score here. They might be on their way. Taylor gets fouled. Good job, Taylor. She's going to shoot 2. She doesn't shoot many, but when she gets to the free throw line, she seldom misses.
The Bullpups have only taken as a team 5 free throws tonight. And that foul will go on Caitlin Hellwig. That is her 3rd for Labette County. The team starting point guard, team foul number 1. And Robertson's first free throw, good.
21 now for Taylor, 20 for Gegg in the battle of all staters. But I'll guarantee you, Taylor would say, you give me 5 points as long as we're in the finals.
Second one for Taylor Robertson. That one misses off the back iron, and a rebound underneath by Hallie Bevins. Bevins played a good game the other night of 6 points and 7 rebounds against Wellington, but no scoring for her tonight. Brackney back up to the top. Peyton Smith, she'll try a 3. Misses it short, gets her own offensive rebound. Follow-up, no good. And a rebound for Taylor Robertson. That is her 9th.
Yep, Taylor is just in the right place at the right time. And the other Grizzlies are shooting the ball this half. They've not really gotten the ball to Gegg much. Riley Hett just got away with a travel, by the way.
Hett gets away with a carry now. Lakin Schieferecke, top of the circle. Dribbles behind her back, left wing. Hannah Hageman with 2 threes. Into the lane. Robertson throws up a shot. It's blocked, and it will go back to McPherson on the baseline to our left. 4:24 left to go third quarter. 5 starters on the floor for McPherson. Going to the basket to our left. The bench for McPherson right in front of us. Robertson wants the lob into the lane. Instead goes back up top, Riley Hett. Hett dribbles to her right. Right wing, Taylor Robertson. Gets a high screen from Hannah Hageman. Robertson in the corner. Draws 2. Back out to Hageman. One more pass. It would have been there for an open 3, but it's a steal for Labette County. 2-on-2 break. Hellwig to Peyton Smith, running like crazy. Shot no good. Brackney with a rebound, and the follow-up. She's fouled. Justice Brackney to the free throw line for 2 for Labette County, and that foul will be called on Lakin Schieferecke. That's her 3rd.
Yeah, and Brackney in the first half went to the free throw line and missed a couple and looked kind of Azubuike-like doing it.
Justice Brackney, first free throw for her, misses short. She had 12 points and 14 rebounds against Wellington on Wednesday night in the team's 60-39 win. Schieferecke to the bench, Mandy Cooks to the bench, Cassie Cooks in, and Grace Pyle in.
And Taylor Robertson has gone all the way.
Second one for Justice Brackney, and this one misses too strong, and a rebound for Grace Pyle. The Bullpups come up, or Labette comes up empty-handed there, 43-32 McPherson, halfway through the third quarter. Grace Pyle hands off Riley Hett. Spin move into the lane. Kick back out. Grace Pyle thought about a three on that left wing. Drives in, and a hand check will be called on Labette County's Peyton Smith.
Not much there. I think earlier in the game they would let that go, but kind of tighten it up. And here comes Andrea Sweat into the game now, I'm guessing for Hageman. Yep.
3:49 left to go, third quarter.
Bullpup
foul on
defense.
Peyton Smith.
Jim, Bullpup defense has been great this quarter. Only 4 points, and we've played over half the quarter.
They'll inbound to Andrea Sweat. But an ankle-breaking move in that first half. They give it to her, cutting into the lane. Back out to Cassie Cooks, who has yet to attempt a three this season. Riley Hett's taken a few, and she knocks down the three-pointer from the left wing. Riley Hett with her 31st three. She's a 40% three-point shooter, and a timeout taken by Labette County. The largest lead of the game for McPherson has grown to 14. McPherson 46, Labette County 32 with 3:34 left to go in the third.
And for the Bullpups, they have more talent around Robertson than what the Grizzlies have around Gegg. And you're seeing that now. Riley Hett just knocked down a three. You just never know where it's going to come from for the Bullpups.
McPherson 46, Labette County 32. 3:34 left to go in this third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup.
This has been a very good third quarter for McPherson. So far, they're outscoring the Grizzlies 15-4.
And Riley Hett has just tightened the screws on Gegg. Gegg kind of had her way in the first half, but Riley Hett has just tied her up here in the second half.
And Emma Ruddle also into the game here, and Taylor Robertson gets her first breather of the night. Riley Hett defending Gegg into the right corner. She has yet to score here in the second half. Gegg loses the ball and turns it over on the baseline. Ruddle with a steal with her eyes up the floor. Emma Ruddle from right to left. Picks up her dribble at half court, nearly travels.
And Coach Stratman buying some time with putting Robertson on the bench for the stretch run.
Sweat spinning at the free throw line. Pops from 12 feet. It is good. Andrea Sweat playing one of the best games of the season so far for her. She's got 4 points. 3 minutes to go, third quarter, 48-32. Bullpups with a chance to put this one away right now.
What a quarter.
Tristan Gegg being defended by Riley Hett, top of the circle. Over to the right side for Peyton Smith. Now right corner Bevins, who hasn't done much tonight. Smith pulls the trigger from three. No. Rebound, Andrea Sweat.
And they have fallen into the Bullpups trap perfectly. They want the other players to shoot the ball. They're laying off everybody but Gegg.
No seniors on the floor right now for McPherson, and now the Bullpups will take a timeout to avoid a travel. At that moment right there, they had 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a junior here in the state semifinals, and Coach Stratman will take a full timeout. 2:29 left to go third quarter. McPherson 48, Labette County 32. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
48-32, McPherson leads Labette County with 2:29 left to go in the third quarter. Steve Sell, we mentioned earlier today that we wanted to get as many students up here as possible. We know the ticket prices were expensive, but our guy Jerry Fithian has told us they gave away 55 free tickets to the McPherson High students.
Generosity of Bullpup Nation. They raised money to pay for those tickets, and great job for the Bullpups. Grace Pyle from way down. Oh, my gosh.
Grace Pyle, the freshman, knocks down a three from the top of the circle. She's into the scoring column tonight, and the lead is 19, 51-32. Gegg drives in, left-handed good. She gets her first basket of the second half here with 2:12 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, but Riley Hett, after, kind of having a tough time in that first half, she has just been phenomenal defensively on Gegg this half.
Andrea Sweat, she's going to try it from deep. This one won't get the roll. Offensive board, Cooks goes
double
up
dribble
with it, and a double dribble is called.
You don't need to put the ball on the floor. You get that rebound, go right back up. Great job, though, by Cassie Cooks getting that rebound, and that's the first shot Gegg had in quite a while.
51-34 McPherson, 1:50 left to go third quarter. Bullpups trying to take on Bishop Miege tomorrow night. Great pass by Tristan Gegg, and finishing on the right block is Peyton Smith. Gegg was all the way on the left wing and whipped a pass down low. Smith finishes a little 4-0 run for Labette County.
And again, Coach Stratman trying to buy time. He's going to try and get his Robertson as much rest as he can. She had not been out of the game. But, boy, the other Bullpups are stepping it up. Riley Hett from way downtown.
This one won't go. Rebound Tristan Gegg. So far in the night, she's got 8 rebounds. as well as 22 points. Gegg dribbles back left wing, deep. 3. Oh, my goodness. Nothing but net. Tristan Gegg did what she wanted to do the whole way. She's got 25 points. And just like that, Labette County not going away, 51-39.
7-0 run by Labette County after the Bullpups had an amazing 17-2 run.
Andrea Sweat, top of the circle. They run the weave offense. Sweat gets to the basket. Off the backboard, no. Rebound tipped out to the perimeter and secured by Faith Hosey of Labette County.
And I don't know why the Bullpups are shooting the basketball. They don't need to. You better get on her.
Tristan Gegg, floater in the lane. Good. And just like that, the lead is down to 10.
Wow, 9-0 run. Why are the Bullpups taking shots so fast? They had a 19-point lead and bad shot selection. Just got to settle it down.
Bullpups can hold for the final shot of quarter number 3. They hold a 51-41 lead. Tristan Gegg with 27 points. Labette County's all-time leading scorer, future Pitt State Gorilla, now down to 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Grace Pyle, who knocked down a 3 a moment ago, dribbling out the final 15. She's being defended by Tristan Gegg. Back to the left wing, Riley Hett now down to 10. Hett with a bounce pass up top, Cassie Cooks. Now right wing, Ruddle. Get it inside, Andrea Sweat. Draws a triple team. Back out, Ruddle. 3 seconds. Fires a 3. It's good! Emma Ruddle knocks down the triple, and that will do it for quarter number 3. Emma Ruddle playing out of her mind tonight. She's got 7. At the end of 3 here in the state semifinals in Salina. McPherson 54. Labette County 41. 8 more minutes coming your way. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
Start of the fourth quarter here from the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Jim Joyner, Steve Sell, 96.7 FM KBBE. Or for those of you listening online on MidKansasOnline.com, well, you're missing a good one here. In the second game of the girls' state semifinals at 4A Division I, McPherson holds a 54-41 lead to start this fourth quarter. And Steve Sell, the Bullpups are looking for another date with Miege, but 8 more minutes to go.
Yeah, but I think that 3 by Emma Ruddle was absolutely monstrous. Emma Ruddle playing a tremendous game. Bullpup bench giving the team a lift tonight.
Bullpups in their road red uniforms. Taylor Robertson back in. Mandy Cooks in. Lakin Schieferecke in. Hannah Hageman in, as well as Emma Ruddle, the 5 on the floor. Tristan Gegg of Labette County, she's got 27 points in the game, and now Emma Ruddle will be called for a foul for going over the back of Tristan Gegg to try to deny her a pass. So Ruddle picks up, I believe, her first. That will be her first, team foul number 3. Only 5 fouls called in this entire half. Helwig pumps on a 3 and travels. The closing Taylor Robertson, she heard the footsteps coming. Turnover number 10 on Labette County, and now they'll show full court pressure. Hannah Hageman inbounds to Lakin Schieferecke. And she lets everybody clear out. Bullpups going from right to left. Lakin Schieferecke has played a great game so far tonight. She had a career-high 12 against Augusta in their state opener on Wednesday night. She's got 10 tonight. Schieferecke dumps it down low. Mandy pumps, spins, gets to that left side, and scores off the backboard for 2. There's the Mandy Cooks we've come to know and love. 56-41.
The lid is off the basket for Mandy. She may go to town now.
What a move. That's a senior move right there that's played in 3 other state tournaments. The lead is up to 15, 56-41. 7:10 to go. Gegg from the parking lot leaves it short. Rebound, Emma Ruddle. Long rebound out of the perimeter. Now the Bullpups will slow it down. Gegg from 3 tonight, 3 out of 9. Robertson, 3 ball, left wing. Good! Taylor Robertson with another 3-pointer tonight. She's got 5. 5 out of 10. And Robertson on the night's got 24. The lead is up to 18. Here's a trap in the corner. Oh, and a foul called right in front of the Labette County bench. Foul called on Taylor Robertson, her second. 24 points for Taylor Robertson, her season average. Exactly. Labette County, after the foul, team foul number 4, McPherson. Here in the second half, 59-41, 6:45 to go. If Labette County wants a chance, they need an answer here quick. Now Ruddle fouls Tristan Gegg on a runner, and that will put Gegg, who is almost automatic, to the free throw line for 2. Ruddle picks up her second. So Ruddle picks up her second, team foul number 5, and Tristan Gegg, who has 27 points, 10 out of 20 from the field, 3 out of 9 from 3, and 4 out of 4 at the free throw line, make it 5 out of 5.
I've already written 2 free throws down for her, so save myself some time.
Second one for Tristan Gegg, who averages about 27 per game on the season, averages about that in her entire career. She knocks down both. She has 29 tonight. Labette showing a soft pressure in the backcourt. Lead is 16. 6.5 minutes to go. McPherson with the ball going to the end to our left. Bullpups trying to punch a ticket to the state title game. Schieferecke drives in, floats up a shot, and it's good. Lakin Schieferecke has tied her career high with 12 points here tonight.
Well, unless Gegg just goes absolutely crazy, the Bullpups are going to be in the finals.
Left corner, Gegg. She's going to try and go crazy. Leaves this three a little short. Rebound, Hannah Hageman as she elevates her 4th board of the game, and a foul called in the backcourt on Labette County on the baseline. 6:09 to go, and Faith Hosey picks up her first foul.
Yep. Now the Bullpups can just kind of take their time and pick apart this Labette defense again. We thought, Gegg and Robertson might neutralize each other, so it would come down to the supporting cast, and obviously the Bullpup supporting cast vastly superior to Labette.
That's what I talked about with Coach Strathman, is that they needed a big game from the rest of the starting 5, and look at what they've got. Lakin Schieferecke with 12. Hannah Hageman with 6. She's knocked down a couple of big shots here tonight. Mandy Cooks just scored a moment ago. They get it back to her at the free throw line. Cooks dribbles in, loses it though, gets it back. Jumper in the lane, good! Mandy Cooks with back-to-back baskets. McPherson with a 20-point lead, 63-43.
And I think Mandy just needed to see that one shot go in, and that was the key.
Now 5.5 to go. Justice Brackney passes into the right corner. Gegg drives the baseline, blocked from behind by Emma Ruddle. The lead is 20. Schieferecke up the floor for Emma Ruddle. Ruddle to a trailing Taylor Robertson. Step back, dagger 3. It misses short, and a rebound for Faith Hosey. 5:15 to go. Here comes Tristan Gegg dissecting the defense. Floats up a shot off the backboard. It's good. Tristan Gegg's got 31 points tonight, but Labette County still trails McPherson by 18. 5 to go. 63-45. And now a timeout taken by Coach Chris Strathman. It is a full timeout. McPherson 63, Labette County 45, 5:01 left to play. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
5:01 left to go in the girls' state semifinals. McPherson and Labette County, and the Bullpups hold a 63-45 lead and trying to hold off the Grizzlies and superstar, all-state, all-class future here pretty soon, Tristan Gegg. And boy, she's had a phenomenal career. She's had a great night tonight. 31 points, but the rest of Labette County, that has been the problem. Only 10 points from the rest of the team. Yeah, and the Bullpups, we knew the supporting cast for the Bullpups, how tremendous they were. Bullpup bench, Emma Ruddle has just been phenomenal. She has just been phenomenal. She did a great job on Gegg. She gave us some offense, too. Had that big 3 at the end of the third quarter. I really felt like that was the dagger. Emma Ruddle passes in for Lakin Schieferecke out of the full timeout. Andrea Sweat on the right wing. She's had a couple of big baskets tonight as well. Andrea Sweat passes left wing. Lakin Schieferecke, who has a career-high 12, or at least she has matched her career high of 12. Taylor Robertson now being defended by Hallie Bevins. She'll try a 3. This one's no good. That was a zone that time, or maybe a box and 1. Up the floor, Brackney gets the ball stripped from behind. Robertson leading the charge, 3-on-1. Up the floor, Riley Hett bounces it off. Andrea Sweat with a left hand and good. 6 points for Andrea Sweat, and the Bullpups lead it by 20. It is turning into a Bullpup runaway. 65-45. Out of the left wing, this one far from over yet. When you got Gegg, you still got a chance, but she's not in the game. Down to the block, Hosey. Robertson strips her for a moment. They get it back to Hellwig. Peyton Smith, 3-ball, top of the circle, off the back iron, no. Look at that board for Andrea Sweat in the middle of 2 Grizzly defenders. Halfway through the fourth quarter, McPherson 65, Labette County 45. And Bullpup Nation's about to explode because starters will be coming out here pretty quick, and Tristan Gegg on the bench, maybe she is just flat exhausted. Schieferecke passes up top for Riley Hett, and Coach Chris Strathman has been pacing that sideline all night tonight, saying, guys, slow it down. And Riley Hett just got away with the travel, but that's okay. Robertson, top of the circle. Yeah, they've matched up Hallie Bevins now on Taylor Robertson. Hallie Bevins, a 5'11" junior, a little bit longer, though, in the arms than Taylor Robertson. Even though Taylor's got very long arms, they'll try and double-team Taylor, and they hit her, and the foul will be called. Team foul number 4.
And Gegg coming back in after she's human. As hard as she plays, you can't expect her to play 32 minutes as hard as she plays. Here comes Hageman back into the game. That's what the Bullpups do. They just run bodies at you. And they're also talented. The Bullpups bench is just immense tonight. Maybe they didn't score a lot of points, but they have done a lot of good things. Sweat has had a great game off the bench. Ruddle, a great game off the bench. Cassie Cooks, tremendous off the bench.
Sweat inbounds, gets it in for Taylor Robertson. Kristen Gegg back in. She'll match up on Taylor. Robertson tonight with 24. Gegg with 31. The Bullpups lead by 20. 3:15 to go.
And Bullpup Nation's starting to really get into this game.
Remember, Ark City and McPherson on the boys' side set to start at 8:15. We're looking good in terms of that time at the moment. Riley Hett and the Bullpups trying to drain out the final 3 minutes. It can't end soon enough. They want to take on Bishop Miege, who has been here watching tonight. Lakin Schieferecke is fouled by Caitlin Hellwig. And now Labette County down by 20 and 2:56 to go. This is all they could do.
Well, if the Bullpups shoot the ball like this tomorrow night, they have got a great shot. Miege, a lot of size. The big key is going to be rebounding. Miege, just so tall and so long.
McPherson 12 out of 29 from three-point range tonight. Taylor Robertson avoids a double team. Now being defended by Tristan Gegg, and a foul is called. Team foul number 6.
And
I would imagine they're not going to foul her for their 7th foul.
Well, 2:50 to go. This game is over. Although some of the people here, I think because of Gegg, they feel nervous. Tristan Gegg is not just going to score 20 points in just under 3 minutes. There's no way, no how. The Bullpups could go scoreless the rest of the game, and they'd still win this game.
Andrea Sweat passes in for Lakin Schieferecke. 2:47 now to go, and Andrea Sweat is bumped. And Andrea will go to the free throw line for just the 5th time this season. Sweat has had a great game tonight. She's got 6 points coming off the bench, as well as 2 rebounds. And she's only played in 8 minutes. So Andrea Sweat, the 6'1" sophomore, steps to the free throw line for McPherson. As a team, they shoot 67% from the stripe, and she knocks down the first so far tonight, 4 out of 8. Emma Ruddle will check in for Lakin Schieferecke.
And Schieferecke should be done for the night. Again, the Bullpups have so much depth. They could put a Schieferecke on the bench, and you put a Ruddle out there.
Second one for Sweat is good. She knocks down both.
67 points for the Bullpups. My goodness.
67-45. Andrea Sweat checks out. Maddie Cooks checks in. 5 starters are on the floor, with the exception of Lakin Schieferecke. Emma Ruddle is in the game in her place. Kristen Gegg passes up the floor for Justice Brackney. Now they nearly turn it over. Ball in the hands of Caitlin Hellwig. Drives in, loses it. Mandy dives to the floor to keep it alive, and the Bullpups come away with a steal. 2.5 to go, and a 22-point lead. Here's Riley Hett going to work on Tristan Gegg. And now with 2:22 to go, you don't want to foul Taylor Roberts, who has the ball in her hands right now.
No.
You don't want to foul her. Robertson spinning around, gets the ball to Hannah Hageman, but before that, a timeout taken by Coach Strathman. 2:12 left to go in the game here tonight. McPherson safely ahead by 22 points. Steve Sell, I think we knew this all along. What have we been saying all season long about this McPherson team? Their depth. Their depth.
Yep.
They have the deepest 1 through 12, 1 through 14 in the state. Bishop Miege could give them a run. 1 through 8, 1 through 10. But 1 through 14, I'm taking the Bullpups.
I am too. I mean, that is 12 solid players on that bench. And the bench, actually, right now, my player of the game might be the bench because they have done a great job.
How about this, Steve? 18-0 in bench points.
Wow. And that's Sweat and Ruddle have really been tremendous off the bench. They deserve a lot. And I thought Riley Hett, she kind of got, and she'd be the first to admit, she kind of got torched by Gegg in that first half. But, boy, she really locked down on Gegg in the second half.
Bullpups with the ball out of the timeout. They inbound to the backcourt for Taylor Robertson. Bullpups are into the bonus with a 1-and-1 coming up at the next foul.
And there's really no need for Labette to foul. I mean, they're down 22, and that's a strange call.
I didn't really see where it was.
They'd already made the handoff, and then they called a 5-second call. So
all right.
And Jason Gordon, the official he's from Salina, he looked at Coach Strathman. He says, "I think he missed that one." So even Jason Gordon, they've done a great job calling this game, though.
2 to go. Bullpups lead by 22. Gegg fires a 3. This one misses way short. Long rebound saved by Justice Brackney, but throws it right to Riley Hett. Bullpups with 1:45 left to go. Mandy Cooks up the floor, and they'll pull the basketball back out.
And Coach Strathman's going to get his subs in. He wants to get that bench in.
1:40 to go, 67-45. We'll see if they go with a 30 or a full. It will be a full.
You bring in a Sweat, you bring in a Ruddle, and a Pyle. That is and Claire Yowell now getting her first action. You know, Leaf played. Eisenbarth's going to get into the game. I mean, that's unbelievable bunch of players. I think this gets everybody into the game now.
67-45, 1:40 left to go in the game here from Salina. The boys taking on Arc City. That game is supposed to start at about 8:15, which is about 30 minutes away from right now. That means that we are on time at this point. It'll throw a little kink into our pregame here, as we have Coach Kitteman slotted to go for about 14 minutes, but we will make it work. Our thanks to our board operator, Chris Condi, back at 96.7 FM KBBE, for keeping us on the radio here and always being very flexible when it comes to tournament season. We would also like to send a shout-out to our sponsors who have hopped on with us just for the state tournament. Farmers State Bank with branch locations in McPherson, Lindsborg, and Galva, as well as McPherson Concrete in McPherson and Lindsborg. Venable Jewelers, as well as Headland Electric. Well, you're getting your money's worth tonight and this weekend, because the Bullpups, for sure, here in 1 minute and 40 seconds, will be playing for one state championship at least.
36-17 in the second half. The Bullpups have more than doubled. And this, folks, this is a really good Labette team.
They lost one game this year.
Yeah, but the thing is, Gegg was great, but the Bullpups shut all the other Grizzlies down.
Bullpups out of the timeout, 90 seconds to go. 67-45. Andrea Sweat draws the double team. She'll get it back up top for Grace Pyle, and Labette County has sent 5 subs to the bench. Might be a chance to give them some bench points. Claire Yowell, open 3 in the right corner, in and out, and a rebound underneath for Justice Brackney. Up the floor now for Caitlin Helwig, into the right corner, Brackney. Back to Gegg. She's running out of time in her high school career. Brackney gets blocked by Andrea Sweat. 60 seconds to go. And the McPherson fans know what's about to happen here in 55 seconds. Labette County beat McPherson in the first game of state 2 years ago, when Taylor Robertson and Mandy Cooks were freshmen. Kristen Gegg to the other end of the floor. Andrea Sweat might have gotten a piece of that, and a rebound for Grace Pyle, 40 seconds to go. A 22-point game and a foul called in the backcourt, and that will get the Labette County subs into the game. And Labette County, who had a terrific season, 22-1, is going to turn into 22-2 as Labette County's run comes to an end. But the Bullpups, their story has yet to be finished off this season. There has been one goal in mind all season long about the game that's going to be happening tomorrow night at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been saying this since day one. When we saw last year, Grace just couldn't get that one to go.
Megan Eisenbarth into the game.
When we saw who was coming back for both teams, we said it's almost got to happen. And then what really helped is they were on opposite sides of the bracket. That was the key, and it just worked out really good. Maggie Leaf now going to come in, probably for Sweat, to get her a nice ovation.
Labette County now with 30 seconds to go. They throw it down to the right block. Going up, and a foul is called on Andrea Sweat. As a player that I don't even have on the roster, who's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they do not have it. It's number 52, and I don't think, let's see. Shelby Meyer. Shelby Meyer, and she took a nice hop, skip, and jump before she did that, so they've kind of let traveling go here with the margin what it is.
Shelby Meyer misses the first free throw short. Tomorrow night at 4 o'clock, McPherson's girls will take on Bishop Miege, and they will try and dethrone the 4-time reigning state champions, a team that they lost to on December the 8th, 59-51 in their building. And now Shelby Meyer gives Labette County its first bench points of the night with 22 seconds to go.
And that first game between McPherson and Miege was tied with 5.5 minutes to go. Miege finished real strong.
Now down to 10 seconds here inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Grace Pyle and the Bullpups will get a standing ovation here up in Salina. 67-46. 7 down, 3 more to go. The Bullpup girls are into the state championship game tomorrow night, and they will take on their nemesis, the Bishop Miege Stags, with a state championship on the line. The final score, McPherson 67, Labette County 46. Bullpups win, Bullpups win, Bullpups win it. Steve Sell, the McPherson Bullpup girls. Their only loss this season, Bishop Miege. The final game of the year is coming up tomorrow night at 4 o'clock, and a win would give them their 9th state championship.
And I think if there's any team that has a chance to end Miege's long streak,
we're back tonight on our CHS Refinery McPherson pregame.
It's this Bullpup team.
What a night here from Salina. It's not done yet. 7 down, 3 to go. We've been saying that throughout this entire postseason. The McPherson girls win tonight 67-46. And let's do our player of the game here. Presented by Home State Bank, a part of Citizen State Bank. Steve Sell mentioned one thing a moment ago of who he thought his player of the game could be.
Well,
we now have about 25 minutes until the boys' game will start, as they will take on Arc City at 8:15. Steve Sell, who's your player of the game?
I am going to go with the Bullpup bench. I thought they were magnificent tonight. Of course, Taylor was fantastic, but we can give it. Taylor could get it every game, and I just thought the bench. I thought Ruddle was amazing. I thought Sweat was fantastic. Cassie Cooks was really good. Grace Pyle came in. I mean, they all did something, and now the McPherson fans have to shift to the other side. I find this really odd, but the McPherson fans, and man, look at it. Now I think a lot of McPherson fans are going to say, we're not going to move, we're going to sit here. But anyway, look at Bullpup Nation. They have come out in force tonight. Just amazing performance by McPherson. And this was one of the best games they played all year, because this Labette team was one of the best they had played all year.
The McPherson girls win 67-46 tonight. We'll go through our final numbers here. Taylor Robertson finishes with 24 points, 9 out of 19 from the field, 5 out of 12 from 3, and 9 rebounds for Taylor Robertson, which has got to be one of the best games of her season in terms of rebounding. Then you look at the next scores. Lake and Schieferecke finishes with a dozen, ties a career high, which she set the other night against Augusta, and their win by a final score of 62-48. Then 8 from Andrea Sweat, 7 from Emma Ruddle, 6 from Hannah Hageman, 3 from Grace Pyle, 3 from Riley Hett, and 4 from Mandy Cooks. Steve, I talked about it with Coach Strathman. Not only is the bench important, but the other 4 in their starting lineup, they're very important. And tonight, the other 4 came to play.
Yeah, well, we had 10 that came to play.
Everybody did.
Yeah, everybody came to play, and it's just so many contributions. And again, it was Gag. Gag did not get much help. And that's a testament to the defense that the Bullpups play tonight. Miege, we talk about McPherson going for their 9th state championship. We got to tip our cap. They are the gold standard. They're going for number 21.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Terry English has been around since Steve Sell has been here in McPherson.
I was here when Terry English beat the Bullpups in 1980.
Steve Sell has been around for a long time, for those of you that are confused about that. Final score here, McPherson's girls beat Labette County 67-46, and they advance to the state championship game tomorrow night. That game will start at 4 o'clock, and our pregame coverage will start at about 3:40 here on 96.7 FM KBBE. Don't go anywhere. The boys taking on Arc City as they look to join the McPherson girls and play for a state championship tomorrow night. The McPherson boys looking to play for their 5th consecutive state championship. That is coming up next. We will take a 3-minute break and come back on our CHS Refinery McPherson pregame show and hear from boys coach Kirk Kinnaman. McPherson's girls win 67-46. We're back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.